guys, so this is a bit of a different video to usual, and I just thought I'd do a little update on everything that's going on at this moment in time, because life just seems to be kicking us in the butt at the moment. We obviously had our beautiful girl and we're so thankful. She's doing really well. She is just under 3 weeks old now, and it seems to have gone by so quickly. It is flying by. When Iona was born, everything was good, and then when we were leaving the hospital, they do, the paediatrician does their check before you go, and while we were doing that, he found a small cyst, or they called it a cyst at the time, but since then they've started calling it a mass. So it's hopefully nothing to worry about. We've seen 3 different consultants so far, and they seem to think that obviously that it's a problem. It shouldn't be there, and they're looking at it. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, okay. Yeah. Cheeky. It's okay. But yeah, so they found a small mass, and they had, so the first consultant was a paediatrician that found it, and then he got a colleague that was in the hospital to come down and see her, and they weren't sure what it was, but it's not meant to be there, and it didn't seem to be causing any problems. She's feeding well, she's sleeping well, she is growing. So we had to help Vista out today, and she got weighed for the first time since we left hospital, and she is now 8 pounds 9 ounces. So she's putting on weight well, and everything she seems to be, she's perfect. She is honestly perfect. But they still don't know what this is or what they're going to do with it. So they've referred her to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, well no, the Royal Hospital for Children in Glasgow. Now, I've been there before because of Sia. Sia had spina bifida, so she was born there. It was all planned for her to go across there instead of at Cross House. She does have to have a scan tomorrow, so she's got a little ultrasound tomorrow just to check to see what's going on. There was nothing that came up on the scans, which is another thing they're really positive about. Is I have quite a lot of scans and growth scans through pregnancies, and nothing came up on those scans to say that there's anything bad there. We obviously have to wait and see, but my dad passed away just over a week ago now, and yeah, so it's just a lot at once. If you can, I would like to ask you to be thinking of us tomorrow and just keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping, because the doctors are saying it's okay, then it is. It may be that she might need a small surgery when she's a little bit bigger. They're not too keen on doing anything at the moment because obviously she's still too small. But once we know more about what's going on, then I think it'll make it a bit easier. Tomorrow's also the day of my dad's post-mortem, but I think they call it something different in Scotland, I'm not sure. So I should have a phone call tomorrow, and that's when we can start to plan his funeral. He didn't have a funeral plan or anything in place, but he was quite clear on what he wanted. So we will be doing that. Originally, we're from England, obviously, as you can probably tell from my voice. My mum passed away when I was 9, so she's already buried down in England, and the plan was for my dad to go down there, but we've looked into it and they're getting him down there and things. I'm not sure how that's going to go. And also, he's been in Scotland now for 10 years, just under 10 years. He moved up after us. We'd been here for a good few years before, and he moved up to be closer to us and the grandchildren. And he's not actually been back down to England, but our family, like the rest of our family, are down there. Yeah, so tomorrow comes lots of decisions. We've got to figure out what we're doing and whether it's going to be in Scotland. We already have a grave here for our little girl that we lost at 23 weeks, but we had to buy an adult grave because in the town that we're in, you can't buy, basically they have to go into a different town if they're babies. So we chose to opt to buy just a normal plot in where we live. So we're thinking that he's going to go in with her, because obviously there's place for two to go into there. And I've got to speak to the rest of the family. I've spoken to my brothers. They're quite happy for me to plan the funeral, and they're quite happy for it to be in Scotland. But it's just a lot of decisions are going to be made tomorrow. So it's a big day, and yeah, I suppose it's been hard on all of us. This last few weeks, we're trying to figure everything out, and I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. So obviously, it depends on what happens tomorrow at the scan. I think Iona will still go to Glasgow, because even if everything turns out good there, they still need to figure out what to do with her. And we have lots of appointments in between. Obviously, she's just born, so we still have the health visitor comes out weekly. I think it's weekly. And then we have lots of appointments for Sia. She's about to go and get her splints recast. So she has AFOs, and then she also has something called CAFOs, which basically means one of them's for her ankles. They go to her ankles, one of them goes all the way up to her knees to help support her when she stands and try to walk. So we have that next Wednesday, I think it is, and there's appointments all in between. So I suppose the point of this, I've never done one of these videos before, just sitting down and talking away about it. But you've all been so lovely and sent so many messages, both for Iona and for my dad. So I want to say thank you, because this isn't the usual type of video that we do. We do put vlogs up and we do put little bits of our lives up, but I don't really like Sia's medical needs. I suppose I don't really put those up. More just positive videos, because with spina bifida there's quite a lot of negativity around it, and it's very different now to what it was a few years ago even. They can do wonders. Like, modern medicine is amazing, and she's doing really, really well. So I do put up some videos to do with spina bifida, but I don't really go into the appointments and the medicines and everything that comes with it. And I wasn't sure whether to do this, because I suppose it's more personal, and that's not something I'm used to doing, especially online. I'm quite, I don't know, I say an introvert, which is why most of our videos are cooking and cleaning and meals of the week and grocery hauls, because I don't often like to come on camera. I know it sounds silly, because I do put our lives online, but I'm quite a shy person. We are quite shy and private. But I really wanted to say thank you to everyone, and if you could just maybe say a little prayer for tomorrow, that it all goes well. And I'm hoping it's going to be good news. The doctors have says they're not too worried, so it's the only way we can sort of get through it is to think it's all going to be okay. Things happen, bad things happen in life. It makes you appreciate the good. My gran, everyone always says things happen for a reason. I'm not sure what these reasons are at the moment, but we have our little girl here, and she is absolutely perfect. I know I've rambled a little bit in this video, and I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our channel. I know it's still a small channel, but you guys as a community have been absolutely amazing. Like, through birthdays to Christmases to special events, you're always there, and I just want to say thank you for continuing to put up with us talking away. Everything seems to be normal. We are enjoying lots of cuddles. Her brothers and sisters are absolutely smitten with her. honestly. Someone's always trying to hold her. She never gets put down. She's always getting cuddles. And that's just part of being in a big family. Everyone sticks in together and they try and help each other. And the kids do know what's going on. We don't tend to hide these things from them because I don't see the point in it. They'd be able to tell anyway, you know, for the way that we are. And obviously we've got a lot of extra appointments. The younger ones don't understand, obviously. The older ones are understanding. Mark's having to work a lot more at the moment, and I guess that makes things a little bit harder as we're used to having him home longer after we have the babies. He usually takes a bit more time off. But we're coming up to Christmas, and as it's a toy shop that we have, it's it's one of the crucial times is around Christmas. So there's nothing we can do about that. We just need to get on with that. And I suppose that's the way we're going. We're trying to take each day as it comes. And hopefully tomorrow we will have some more answers.